And we know as this extreme heat sticks around how brutal it can be for workers out there doing their jobs outside. And that includes pest control techs who battle the intense conditions day in and day out to keep our homes free of critters. ABC 15's Vincent Bland catching up with the crew tonight in South Phoenix.
It's getting hot in here.
Extreme heat in the valley, stretching on for days now.
Yeah, it does get hot, but you know what? We expect it to get hot around here.
The heat, nothing new, but the last couple of weeks have been downright scorching. The conditions can be especially challenging for people who work outside. Jeremy Miller, the co-owner of Urban Desert Pest Control, welcomed ABC 15 Wednesday to one of his job sites in South Phoenix. Miller says he visited a dozen properties in his 12-hour workday and sprayed fence lines and walkways, trying to keep places clear of desert critters.
Anything pretty much that has an edge, most insects will make their way to an edge and then follow that line.
The long days, Miller says, allows him the opportunity to do a job he loves, but the excessive heat does take a toll.
For sure, by the end of the day, I'm zapped. You know, I'm ready to just sit down and do nothing.
The more daylight, Miller says, the more work he does and the hotter he sometimes feels. But he knows the extreme conditions are far from over.
I mean, hot is hot, but quite honestly, we've had hotter summers, and I know that we're just barely at the beginning of the stretch of the heat. You just learn to duck into the shade as much as possible, drink lots of water, and soak in the air conditioning when you can.
Aside from stepping into the shade and taking quick breaks when he can, Jeremy Miller says helping anyone manage the excessive heat when working outside comes down to changing their mindset.
You know, you got to be psychologically prepared. You got to know that when you get up in the morning and you walk out the door, even at 5 o'clock in the morning and it's 91 degrees, that it's just going to be hot all day long.
In Phoenix, Vincent Bland at ABC 15, Arizona.